Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a yoga video today. So, I prefer to be behind the camera instead of in front of the camera, but I'm willing to do this yoga video because I think it's essential that people kind of learn how to stretch, and I think it's essential that people maintain their body so that they can become healthy. Years ago, I used to work at a metal factory, and we used to be moving metal all day long. We used to cut it in half. We used to clean it up. We used to bundle it. We used to make it in bundles and send it to Alabama and Chicago and Georgia, Atlanta, Detroit, Los Angeles, and all those cities. So basically, we were working with metal all day. And some of the guys there that worked at the factory, at the warehouse, they had issues, like bodily issues. In fact, I remember one guy that I really liked that was real cool. I remember he cut himself real bad on the saw one time, and it was it was a bad situation. But more than that, I mean, the cuts and stuff. There's also this thing that I remember diagnosing when I worked at this metal shop, or this metal factory. Is that no one taught the people how to pick up stuff properly, and no one, there was these guys. I remember, when I got this job, I was blessed because I knew somebody at this factory that put a good word in for me, right? And how like when you fill out an application, it says education, stuff like that. Well, on mine, I put the fact that I'd gone to college, because I went to college in Austin when I was in film school, and I went to Houston Community College before I went to film school. So the guy said, we might be able to give you a job in the office if you put something down on a resume, right? So I was I told him I was, anybody can put anything on a resume, right? But, I don't know. I have had a hard time putting stuff on a resume my entire life, because I think anybody can write anything about themselves to try and sell themselves, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm just honest in a different way, I guess. But anyhow, I told him this, so he was like, I guess that kind of changed the situation. But the person that was going to quit in the office, they didn't quit, they ended up staying. So then this guy, his name was Hollywood, he said, well, we still got that position on the floor in the warehouse of this metal factory, right? And I was just grateful, because I heard they started the people off at like $13.21 or something like that. So I was grateful. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'd love to have a job, because it was full time and there was overtime, all that stuff. But anyhow, but I got this job, and while I was there, I was like the new guy, right? But people were saying, oh, you're lucky you didn't have to become a temp to get the job, because apparently they rarely hire people the traditional way in America. Used to be where you fill out an application and they'll give you a job. Nowadays, you got to go through this system of temporary employment agencies and stuff. And they do that because it's cheaper. It's cheaper on the workers. They can skip out on giving you an insurance and all these other things, but they'll still pay you. But anyhow, it's a horrible system. because it focuses on money instead of people. But anyhow, when I was at this factory, there was these guys that used to wear these green helmets, right? And they used to walk around like they were badasses. Yeah, they did. They used to walk around like they were badasses. But they didn't do shit. They never did shit. You know, you couldn't tell them anything. I remember wanting to tell them, hey, listen, these guys, they're picking up the metal all wrong. Because what these guys were doing, hold on. My lens got a ding. Oh, it's just part of the lens, my bad. Yes, part of the lens. It's a Japanese lens. I love you, Japan. Japan, I love you with your beautiful lenses. Anyhow, so this is how they were picking up the metal, right? They were doing this. Basically, they were doing something like this. Let's see if you, I hope you could see me. I hope I could see me. Yeah, I could see me. So they were doing this. They were picking up pieces of metal. Let me do a video here. I'm trying to see myself on the screen. I've got these shades. Okay, that's good. Anyhow, so these people, all these workers at the factory, they were picking up metal like this. Check it out. They were doing this. Act like this is a piece of metal, okay? They were doing this. Like that. I'm doing this. They'll pick up a piece of metal, they'd go like this, they'd go like that. So they'd be using their back. They'd be using their back instead of their knees, right? So the proper way of picking something up is by using your thighs. By using your thighs. The thighs are the strongest muscle in the body. The thighs. So if you pick something up real heavy, you use your thighs and you straighten your back. So this is just a little demo. Basically, this is the way you're supposed to pick something up, to take care of your back and to use the strongest piece of metal. This is what you do. You see how I'm doing this? I'm using my thighs. Watch. I straighten my back up. This is a piece of metal, all right? So I'm gonna grab this piece of metal. I'm gonna use my thighs to pick it up, okay? So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna get it close. I'm gonna do on 3. 1, 2. Check out how I pick it up. I'm gonna go slow motion. 3. That, okay? So keep your back straight, okay? Okay? See how I'm doing it? I'm keeping my back straight as much as possible, and I'm using the muscle of my thighs, and I'm springboarding upward, keeping my back straight, okay? Like that. And we're gonna do some more of that soon. Okay, but right now, what I want to do with you is I want to thank you for being here and watching my videos. Like I said, I prefer being in the back behind a camera, but you know, finding an actor, you got to deal with an actor, and you know, I can do it. I can do this myself because I have a master's degree in teaching. Okay, so that's the gist of this, is to teach. So anyhow, this is a biking trail and a jogging trail and a walking trail that I usually attend, or that I use a lot. Ever since I've been here, So again, I just want to make it clear, I prefer to be behind the camera instead of in front, but I'm doing a yoga lesson today. Before you think, oh, yoga, I don't know what that is, that's something weird or whatever. There's all kinds of misconceptions on yoga, you know. But this is how I'm going to break down what yoga is to me. Oh, I'm going to give it like a working man's definition, or a working man's diagnosis, or a working man's analysis, okay? Basically, yoga is to stay healthy. You do yoga to stay healthy. How? What does that mean? Well, that means that you stretch and you move your body and you relax it. And it helps you out. It helps with circulation. It hurts with your digestive gut. Makes you feel better. It helps your moods. It gives you peace of mind. So I wanted to do this thing, and I should call it just basic stretching instead. So that way, all the people that are like, oh, I don't know about this yoga shit. No, it's not. Yoga's beautiful. So it's the opposite of that. It's very beautiful. Yoga's really beautiful. But there's these misconceptions that you have to be a yogi. A yogi's like a spiritual teacher. When in fact, what you have to do is you just have to take a few minutes here and there, maybe every day, hopefully every day after a while, and you have to sit and you have to breathe peacefully and calmly, and you have to move your body, and you have to relax, and you have to straighten your back, you have to exercise your legs, your arms, you have to think good thoughts. Basically, stretching and yoga, it helps out. It's awesome. You'll see. So just bear with me. I'm basically doing all in like one shot, or one take. So I'm gonna keep this in its original form, so that when you see it, it'll be like one straight delivery on basic stretching, basic yoga, and basic healthy procedure when picking up something heavy. So that way, if you learn these exercises, you'll be able to live a better life, God willing, right? So, hey, let's park. Cool. So anyhow, so we're at the park right now, and I'm gonna find a little spot where I can put the bike down. So I can put the bike down and I can take out that little rug and I can do some stretching. So this is kind of like my instruction. Is I want you to find a nice place, just a nice quiet little place somewhere. It could be in your house, it could be in your backyard, it could be in your break room at work, it could be in some quiet little parking lot, you know, in some little crevice. You could be at work, you could be at the library, you could be outside, there's many places where you can just kind of take a little time to just kind of do this, okay? All right, so I think just for time's sake, because I know you've got a busy schedule and so do I. so this is the place. Check it out. Just gonna do it right here, and this is just this is like our first installment, so I'm gonna do it real simple. Usually I like to use candles in my pad, and just a few little, you know, those little candles, the little tiny ones. You get like 100 in a package. I like to use those little ones. I'll just get like 2 or 3, or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that. And so I've got my little backpack right here, and I've got my rug. This is my prayer rug that I'm going to take out for you to see. So But this will be fine for what we're doing today. So some people like these big plastic mats, and some people like other kinds of mats. I like this because I use this already for my prayers, but we can also use it for what we're doing right now, which is yoga. Okay, so, and I want you to get barefooted, just like me. See, it just took off my shoes. So, and these are just gloves for riding the bicycle. So, I'm in my work clothes, by the way. So, I wanted y'all to see how real this is. Okay, this is real. Okay. Alright, so check it out. This will be the very first lesson we do. Like I said, I'm in my work clothes right now, so there's nothing. These basic exercises, all they require is your patience and your effort. Okay? Your patience and your effort. Alright. Remember, these patience and effort. Alright. So this is what I want us to do. I want us to just sit Indian style, okay? I have a very natural inclination to do this. So I'll do that just because that's the way I do it. But you can do anything you want, as long as it's kind of, some people do the lotus. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what the lotus position is, you can do that. Reason why I do this is because it's very natural for me, okay? So this is what I want us to do. You see, we're in the city, right? I don't care how country Greensboro, North Carolina is, it's still a city. And we're near the airport. But check this out. This is what I want us to do. I want us to breathe calmly, okay? Take about 6 quiet, long breaths. Inhale and exhale, okay? I'll do them with my fingers. On 3, we'll start, okay? On 3, I want us to breathe slowly, calmly, exhale slowly and calmly till we get to 6, okay? And then we'll move on, okay? So here goes. 1, 2, 3. Alright, how was that? That was good, huh? Alright, so we did 6 breathing exercises. Now I want you to straighten your back, okay? Straighten your back. Now I want you to do 6 more breathing exercises, just like the ones we did, with a straight back and your Indian style sit. Okay? Straighten your back up. Tilt your head slightly downward. And start your breathing exercises, okay? 1, 2, 3. Alright, how was that? Alright, let's do it all over again, okay? I want you to do some breathing exercises. 6 more breathing exercises, just like we just did, okay? I'll count them with my fingers on 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's it. That's today's lesson. Listen. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. That's the first lesson we're doing for yoga. Initially, I intended to add some music, but I think you should find the music that you like. And then you should listen to music you like. As long as it's pleasant and it helps you. It's got to be pleasant, okay? It's got to have either good sound, good frequency, and or good relaxing words, okay? Because if you're trying to listen to trap or to death metal while doing yoga, it'll be different. So, okay. All right. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. This is Francisco Jesus Aldana, and this is our very first yoga stretching lesson. That's it. It was easy. I was soft on you today. I was soft on you today. There'll be more. Peace.